that's, it looks like a shark. Let's say yes, not a surf cap. So that's a wave that's going to break, alright, and the beach is here somewhere. You have to use imagination while drawing the disastrous drawing, but I'll get there. So that's a wave about to break. So let's say the wind is coming that way. So that's the shore. So it's going offshore. And as the wave comes in, it's trying to get steep into a peak and then break. And you've got a nice little light offshore that's going to come in and go up the face of the wave. The face of the wave is, as it's breaking, we've got that bit there. The transition is the face. It's going to go up there and off the shore. And often in the mornings or in the surf films, you see the spray coming off the back of the wave. So that is an offshore, that would be an example of an offshore wind affecting a wave. We want that because, well, how do you say simply? We want that because it's going to groom the wave. There's only a little bit of, because these waves are breaking close to shore, if you think of Encuentro, there's only a little patch of sea from here to that surfboard away, so that wind can ruffle up the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas far out to sea, you can still, you know, it's going to be making it more of a mess. So if you reverse that around, if you had an onshore coming this way onto the land, then it's got the whole ocean to cross, which is super flat. So that wind is going to travel heaps and it's going to mess up the waves. So you can call that, we call that chop. It's going to chop the waves up. So it's not, so you know in the mornings we go and it's nice and calm and smooth and everything. That's because, well, about 11 o'clock every day around here, around similar, not far from the equator, we've got local weather. There's not a lot of other weathers that affect us. Whereas in New York or England, say, is a good example, 33 degrees latitude, we get a lot of everyone else's weather, a lot of weather systems. Whereas here you've got quite a local weather system. That's why the days are much the same every day. So if we went in the morning, we could rely on it being, having cooled down at night and be no winds in the morning. But 11 o'clock comes and the land is heated up. So all that sort of heat from the land, all that hot air has to go somewhere. So it goes, hot air rises, everyone remember that. And then of course you've got the sea right next to us, and that's got to sort of fit, it wants to fill the gap with air. So cool air is going to start blowing off the sea onto land. So about 11 o'clock, when the land's heated up enough, you're going to get the onshore effect. Same can be said for the afternoons. As that land cools down, or if you get a big storm coming in and the sort of the land cools down, then it's going to reverse the effect. You're going to start to look to get that on or calmer winds and that offshore effect. Does that make sense? A little bit? So that's why we always look to go first thing in the mornings, because we know the land is still cool.
So is the offshore wind good because it does hold the face up a little bit longer?
The face up a little bit,
I mean, it grooms it, so it's just not as,
yeah,
there's
or
no
like
chop.
No wind would be good.
Yeah.
Whereas this onshore is going to try and, as
Chops
this wave
it all.
breaks, it's going to just flatten it. It's going to force it down,
Break quicker?
Break quicker than it would normally.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the offshore would kind of hold it up a bit more. And that's when you start to see people getting the barrel and all that. Just because there's no wind, or that wind sort of just forcing up the face and it's just holding it a little bit in order to sort of get the
in.
So onshore is trickier to surf because the waves, the whole sea, the surface of the sea is all just chopped.